In an absolute stunning upset, the best thing we saw this week heads to Carolina, where one man isn't screaming for ice cream, he's scheming for ice cream.
Nice little wordplay there. I love it.
Let's take a look. And there it is. You see the little highlight there, slowly zooming in. And what's that? The man's talking to the guy in the Whalers jersey and loses his ice cream cone. It'll be interesting to see. And yesterday, the Baseball Hall of Fame announced its 2020 ballot, highlighted by Bobby Abreu, Paul Konerko, and Derek Jeter as the marquee first-timers. Luke, with Mariano Rivera entering as the first unanimous Hall of Famer, does Jeter have a shot to join his former teammate with 100%? For International Women's Day, NBC Sports Network had an all-female crew in front and behind the cameras for the Blackhawks-Blues game on Sunday. This was the first all-female crew for a sporting event, with many more to come. Colin Kaepernick had his workout for NFL teams, and although the league offered up the Atlanta Falcons practice facility, Kaepernick decided to move the workout to a high school field 60 miles outside Atlanta an hour before the workout was scheduled. And with this, the number of teams at the workout went from as many as 24 with the Falcons to now 7. And Luke, this didn't bother me at first, but after sitting on it, sleeping on it a couple nights, I don't love this move. I really don't. Yeah, we'll move on to the New York Knicks here. And on Friday, the New York Post actually released a story highlighting the toxic relationship between Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Some of the major revelations started occurring in his second season and included KP parking across 3 parking spots, as well as telling head coach Jeff Hornacek, F you. Luke, you've been on one to kind of be quick to blame the Knicks for most things, especially with Kristaps Porzingis. Do you still feel this way, or am I right?
Well, with the Porzingis thing, I'm not going to say you're right, because you didn't have this information when you first
But I was right. He's a fraud and a bad guy.
I blame the Knicks less than I did before.
But he's just a bad guy, and when he said he doesn't want to rehash what came up, and he said that in a media scrum, I think it was, Thursday when the Knicks played the Mavericks?
Right, yeah.
That's because he was wrong. He was wrong. That's why I don't want to hold
You know what else he said? He said, oh, it's going to be loud in there. I'm not sure if it's going to be more cheers or boos when I return to MSG
If he doesn't get booed, especially after this story.
Dude, it's going to be the loudest boos you've ever heard in your entire life.
This might be the loudest the Garden will ever get this season, with the likes of the Knicks and Rangers playing them. Look, Spike, I get your point, and yes, it's fun to hate on the Knicks a little bit, but just use the other entrance from now on.
No, this is ridiculous. He literally, first of all, I don't care if it's an employee entrance. I know what angle you're gonna go for. I'm surprised you didn't pull up the picture where it says employees only. Spike Lee's not an employee. This is Spike Lee. He's been doing it for 13 years, as he said, and
Did
now
he say
if you're
20
the
years?
Knicks, whatever he said, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, he's Spike Lee. This is a guy that loves the Knicks. He shows up to every game, and you're going to disrespect him like this?
How is this disrespectful?
It's completely disrespectful. You changed the rules on him. You have to let him know you're literally
So from now on,
perp walk Spike Lee out of SMG. You know how bad of a look that is for the Knicks?
I agree with that, but the fact that he's mad that he just has to use a different entrance now.
He has
to use a different entrance? Big whoop.
Perfectly reasonable. 100% reasonable if you're Spike Lee. This is a guy
Use the right door.
Why do you have to change your routine, Matt? What if when we had our show, I was
so
like,
do we never change laws?
We're moving our show now.
We did that for radio. We moved it back a half hour.
But we're moving the time.
Yeah, we moved the show back a half hour on radio, and we moved this show 24 hours up.
You got to go through a different entrance. Sorry, Matt.
But
I know you
these are rules. Rules are rules for a reason.
But it wasn't a rule before. They never used the rule.
Have we never established new rules as a society?
Okay, but why now? And this is not a rule that needs to be changed.
It's just a rule. He's not an employee. Just use the VIP entrance.
No, I disagree.
All right. Luke, anyway, the Knicks actually released a statement saying that Spike saying he's a victim is, quote, laughable, adding that he can use the VIP or regular entrance whenever he wants. And we were talking about this off air, and you thought the release itself was laughable. They wrote 4 lines deep. You look at that, really the 4th line. I'll put that in air quotes because, according to Coach Digby, they like to play all lines about evenly. And it's Morissette, Mackler, and McEwen, and they're such an annoying group, he said, to play against. They're so tenacious on that forecheck. They do such an incredible job just generating opportunities and also getting the puck from the defensive zone to the offensive zone and really limiting the top units for the other team.